Okay, I'll give you my card at some stage.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
My name is Dorington Ogoyi. I come from Kenya, and I'm the technical director at the National Biosafety Authority. The National Biosafety Authority is a regulatory agency which was formed to oversee all developments in GMOs, from concept development through the lab process, confined field trials, all the way to commercialization. So this is the authority that has the mandate to monitor activities in GMOs, and it's the institution that I represent.
Tell us about the GMO crops in Kenya. Do you have some that are approved? Are they all just in research trials?
Okay. Yes, so the National Biosafety Authority, the institution that I represent, was established through Biosafety Act of 2009. The authority essentially came into existence in 2012, and that's when we got involved. Now, prior to that authority being established, we had a National Biosafety Committee, which was taking care of GMO regulation in the country. So we inherited a number of activities that they had approved. So in Kenya, we have a number of experiments within a contained environment, that is in the lab and the greenhouses. Essentially, the various projects that we have involves maize, cassava, we have sorghum, we have gypsophila, we have cotton. The CFTs was a little earlier. So there are a number of laboratory-based experiments that are going on. Okay. But since 2010, we have approved almost 12 confined field trials.
Okay.
Yeah. Confined field trials that involve maize, cassava, sorghum, gypsophila, sweet potato. So those are products that are in confined field trials. Okay. Some of them started off within the laboratory experiments, and then they moved on. Now we have two of those projects that have moved on to the next phase of towards environmental release. One product, the BT maize, the MON 810, we've gone through the review of the application, and essentially there has been a conditional release for general release. The product is now supposed to go through national performance trial. Now, national performance trial is the phase just before placing the market. So it's like the product has to be evaluated against the local checks to ensure that it performs to the level, and then eventually they will come back to us for placing in the market. So that is BT maize. Now, we also have a product, the BT cotton. The BT cotton application is still going under review. It's still being reviewed. It has been with us for a little while, and within the next 2 months, the evaluation will be presented to our board of management that makes decision, so that it can eventually also be released depending on their decision. So those are the two leading products that we have. There's also a product that is almost ready for the market. We've already started informal discussions with the applicant. This is the gypsophila. Gypsophila is a flower, and it has been modified to have pink color rather than the white color. And it's not a crop, but Kenya is known for its horticulture. So they modified it for pink color, and we are already talking to see if they will be able to move on to the next phase of environmental of submitting an application. Yeah. Yeah. One other crop that I didn't mention is cassava. We also have projects in cassava, which is being modified for disease resistance as well. So all the products that I've talked about, we have insect resistance for maize and cotton, disease resistance for for disease resistant for cassava and sweet potato.
Okay.
And then we have biofortification for cassava and cassava and sorghum, biofortification with vitamin A and also for micronutrients, that is iron and zinc. Okay. And then we have this other product which is for a color change, the gypsophila. Okay. Yeah. Now we have also a stacked event where BT maize is having the BT maize trait and also drought tolerant. So that's a combination of two traits. They've gone through the confined field trials for the single products. In fact, the BT is already in commercialization phase, but they're also having a CFT for stacked event. So that is probably also in the pipeline. Okay. Yeah.
So it's important for you to be here learning about the risk assessment. Can you talk a little bit about what your role is here and how you might bring what you've learned here back to your home country?
Okay, so basically this kind of training, we are two of us from Kenya. There's one other gentleman. It's an exposure to us. We are basically learning through the experiences of others as from the African continent.